this being human business is challenging. Being alive to what's happening in the moment. Your job is to be here and now to whatever is happening in the moment. And that requires huge skill to actually give permission for that to move through. So the skill is building the capacity for that, building the capacity for more complexity, more paradox, more excitement and sadness, more joy and anger, more confusion and clarity, these things coexisting. This kind of dualism, being given permission to live inside you. And from there, you breathe with and express from. And that's the real practice. Our job is to practice that relationship. Our job is to take the external environment and notice how it affects us in all those different ways, in its paradoxical way. Our job is to allow the other person affect our internal world. Our job is to allow the story affect and feed all those channels of experience for us. But we're always outside in. It's from the script to us. It's from our scene partner to us. It's from the environment of the set to us. How is my body receiving this in this moment? And the body will always be original because it's always moving. It's always shifting. It's always changing. And the body's language is, I feel fear. It doesn't have a judgment like the waves don't, like the ocean doesn't judge its storm. I feel rage. The body is quite okay with feeling rage and fear and frustration and anger, just like the ocean is okay with feeling, with having storms and choppy seas and thunder and lightning. That sense for you of becoming like the ocean, the creative ocean. The only thing is we've been educated to believe that there's something wrong with feeling. There's something wrong with seeing, with hearing, with touching. For many of us, we've created our sense of trusting the world is through expectation and assumption, right? So if I expect certain things to happen or I assume certain things to happen, that's how I stay safe. So if I can expect it and assume it, then actually I can stay safe and trust it. However, our job, and I would argue the job of being human, is beyond expectation and assumption. You can include them and integrate them into your practice, but it's about being open, and Philip Seymour Hoffman talks about this very beautifully, this sense of being open to what is and allowing it come in. So the trust part is trusting what's coming in and including it in your creative process and allowing it become part of your creative process. And that's much more interesting than any idea you have or any expectation you have or any assumption you have of how it should go. Because if you go beyond expectation, beyond assumption, by just coming into your sense of self through your senses in any given moment, then you're always giving things permission to change. Because what the eyes see, hear, touch, what the sensations feel, the emotions, it's always moving, it's always shifting, it's always changing. Whereas an expectation and an assumption, it can be quite fixed. It can be an idea that you think is true. Whereas the body language knows that truth lies in your ability to be agile. Truth lies in the impermanence of who we are. We change all the time. We age. Our bodies shift and change all of the time. That's a fact. Change is a fact. It's the only thing we know is that we change. The only thing that we're sure of is that things change, environments change, people change. And you change into someone as you come into character and script. And it's transient. You create it, you embody it, and then you let it go. You do the self-tape, you play with it, and then you let it go, and you go on with your life. It's all transient. That's why in many ways, becoming an artist is in and of itself a spiritual practice, because you're in practice all day, every day. You're just not called a monk or a priest or a Sufi, but you're in practice all day, every day with the human condition. Deepening, going vertical, more complex in relationship with yourself, your environments, other people, because your art form is what is it to be human? And that's hard because it's complicated. It's complex. That's why you have to take care of the creative. #creative care. Blue care, green care, the ocean, the forest, and then your creativity is in the middle, sandwiched.